Alright, so today I am making some apple preserves, and in the bowl here I have some lemons that I just sliced with the mandolin, and I'm going and I'm plucking out the seeds because we don't want the seeds in the apple preserves. I've got 6 cups of apples in the pot right there that are cored, peeled, and sliced. I used my apple peeler core slicer tool. Okay. Ooh, I see one in there. To the apples, I'm adding a cup of water and a tablespoon of lemon juice. So I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then once it comes to a boil, I will reduce the heat, cover it, and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Alrighty, so next step, I'm going to whisk in the pectin, just 1 pack of powdered pectin. Alright, so now I'm going to bring it back to a boil. Alright, I'm going to add in 4 cups of sugar. Ooh. A teaspoon each of cinnamon and nutmeg. And 1 lemon, thinly sliced and seeds removed. Boil hard for 1 minute. So I mentioned a week or 2 ago that I had set a goal for myself that I wanted to can 3 times a week. That was my personal goal that I was going to try and shoot for. And this is actually my batch number 3 of the week. I canned some potatoes again earlier this week. I canned a batch of pear butter, which took forever. Those were really juicy pears. Took forever for them to cook down. And now I've got these apple preserves going. These things smell fantastic. So I have my jars over here in my steam canner, getting nice and hot. Gonna ladle this in. Now, like all of my other recipes, anytime I do canning, I always prepare a couple extra jars, more than what it says to, just in case. I would rather have an extra jar that I don't need, I can just put it back in the cupboard, than not have enough and have more stuff than I do jars. And so we're looking for a 1/4 inch of headspace on these, which is almost there. edge. And grab my lid. Oh, I forgot my rings. Woo! Alright, so I have the apple preserves in my canner, and it is heating up to temperature. Once it gets to the full boiling, nice hot temperature in there, they will process for 10 minutes. If you are making this in a hot water bath canner, it's also a 10-minute processing time. Alright you guys, so I've got my apple preserves cooling here on the counter. I've got supper heating up there on the stove. I'm just warming up the leftover cheeseburger stew from last night. We ended up having quite a few storms roll through here. There was never anything terribly awful here though. A lot of rain, lots of thunder, a bit of wind, but thankfully we were spared. The tornadoes, I will be honest, I had a feeling I was going to see a tornado last night, at least watch it pass on by, but nothing ever came to fruition. We just got lots of wind and rain, so everything turned out alright. I didn't hear a lot about damages or anything like that on the news this morning, so I'm thinking for the most part we fared pretty well. Yes, but in any case, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I will put a printable version of this recipe on my blog, cosmopolitancornbread.com, so be sure to check that out. And if you are not already subscribed, be sure to sign up for my newsletter. It is the easiest way and the most reliable way to stay up to date on everything that is happening on Cosmopolitan Cornbread, both the YouTube channel here as well as the website. So thanks for joining me here in the Homestead kitchen today. My name is Constance, and I'll talk to y'all next time.